The female reproductive organs can be divided into internal and external structures. Internally, the main organs are the ovaries, uterine tubes, uterus, cervix, and the vaginal canal, which also includes the urethra. These organs are closely related to reproductive function and development. Let us begin with the ovaries. Almond-shaped and made up of a cortex and medulla, the ovaries are covered by germinal epithelium with the tunica albuginea lying just beneath. The cortex contains developing follicles, while the medulla contains connective tissue, blood vessels, and nerves. Ovaries produce hormones and prepare oocytes for fertilization. Moving on to the uterine tubes. These tubes extend from the uterus to the ovaries, providing passage for the oocyte to reach the uterus. The tubes are divided into 4 parts: the infundibulum with fimbria, the ampulla, the longest segment and site of fertilization, the isthmus, narrow and close to the uterus, and the uterine part within the uterine wall. The tube walls have mucosa with columnar epithelium including ciliated and secretory cells, a muscularis layer with smooth muscle, and a serosa of connective tissue. The uterus consists of the body and cervix. The uterine wall has 3 layers: the endometrium, myometrium, and perimetrium. The endometrium undergoes cyclic changes each month and consists of the stratum functionalis and the stratum basale. The epithelium is simple columnar with ciliated and secretory cells. Blood supply comes from radial arteries in the stratum basale, which give rise to straight arteries supplying the endometrium. The distal arteries form lake-like structures called lacunae. The myometrium is made of smooth muscle and grows during pregnancy through muscle cell hypertrophy. The perimetrium consists of anterior adventitia and posterior serosa. The cervix forms the interior canal of the uterus, leading from the internal os to external os and ending in the vagina. Its mucosa contains cervical glands that change during menstrual cycles but lacks spiral arteries and shows little thickness change. The epithelium transitions from columnar in the cervical canal to stratified squamous in the vaginal canal. The cervix wall is dense connective tissue with few muscle fibers. The vagina is a fibromuscular tube from cervix to vestibule. Its mucosa is non-keratinized, stratified squamous epithelium without glands. The lamina propria contains papillae extending into the epithelium. The muscular layer has smooth muscle with some skeletal muscle fibers. The adventitia has inner dense and outer loose connective tissue containing blood vessels, lymphatics, and nerves. The urethra is lined with transitional epithelium that changes to stratified squamous epithelium distally. External urethral sphincter muscle fibers surround the urethra as it passes through the urogenital diaphragm. The urethra empties into the vestibule of the vagina. Externally, the mons pubis and labia majora are covered with skin and hair follicles overlying subcutaneous adipose tissue. The labia majora contains smooth muscle and nerve endings. Their inner surface lacks hair but contains sebaceous and sweat glands. The labia minora are thin, hairless skin folds with melanin pigment, blood vessels, and sebaceous glands. The clitoris is an erectile structure homologous to the penis. It consists of erectile bodies called corpora cavernosa, which join at the nerve-rich glans clitoris. The glans is covered by the prepuce derived from the labia minora. The vestibule is the space between the labia minora containing openings for vaginal canal, urethra, and glandular ducts. The lesser vestibular or scaenae glands are found beside the external urethral orifice and help lubricate the vaginal canal during arousal. The greater vestibular or Bartholin's glands are located at the base of vestibular bulbs and secrete mucus for lubrication. The placenta forms from maternal and fetal tissues and undergoes major structural changes as it develops. It serves as the site of nutrient and waste exchange. The umbilical cord contains vessels bringing nutrients to the fetus. The umbilical vein carries oxygen-rich blood to the fetus, while umbilical arteries return deoxygenated blood to the placenta. The placenta divides into 15 to 20 cotyledons, separated by dense connective tissue septa. Villi are branched projections of the fetal chorion extending into lacunae where nutrient exchange occurs. These villi have simple cuboidal epithelium and contain stroma with various cell types and vessels. Placental arteries bring maternal blood to the lacunae, and the basal plate anchors villi and contains decidual cells. This overview provides a foundation for understanding the anatomy and histology of the female reproductive system. For further details, refer to specimen slides and additional resources.